everybody, Billy Bob here. Welcome to Monday Morning Quarterback NFL Edition. So I was quick here. I'm trying to scramble some things together. I got another interview here, or not another, but I got an interview with Dusty Goldie Beef here a little later. So I was trying to put this thing together. There's a lot. You know what? So first of all, happy birthday. Charlie Kirk passed away, but today is would have been his 32nd birthday. Really good guy, good communicator. A lot of people misunderstand him because they just do snippets of the thousands of videos that he did, talking to students on campuses, having discussions, a lot of times disagreements, but discussions, right? Which we all would like to be able to do. Anyway, NFL football. So this is like a job. I've been working on this thing for a few hours here. And finally I said, screw it. I'm just going to go with what I got. I mean, I could be making notes all day. In fact, I have been making notes all day. I was, watching the news with Mrs. Billy Bob this morning, and I was making some notes, and then I rode my bike, and I was listening to Tony Rizzo's show there in Cleveland, and then I came home, and it's on and on. You think that I just get on this show and I just talk? Well, I do, but I don't do it without some preparation, and sometimes it feels like preparation H. Oh, man. Anyway, let's talk. We're going to reverse things. Like college, I tend to talk about the Buckeyes last because it keeps you guys engaged. Now, we're going to talk about the Browns first because nobody wants to stay around till the end to hear about the Browns, right? The clowns, as we call them. Lovable. I've been watching the Browns for, 70, is that 50? Is that 55 years? 55, 57, 50, I don't know. At least, at a minimum, 55 years. So, I didn't get to watch the game on Sunday, but I listened to it, okay? I had the NFL Red Zone on, so we got snippets of mostly Steeler highlights. And I listened to Andrew Siciliano, Nathan Segura, and I knew I got his name wrong the other day, Roderick Cherry? Oh, man. I don't know. Sorry, Rod. I know it's not Rod. Sorry. But if I saw him in person, or I see him in person this Sunday, I will apologize. Anyway, the announcers were frustrated as hell. Siciliano's frustrated with penalties against the Browns, late hits, some of Brown's stupidity. Nathan Segura is frustrated beyond belief that even though they didn't have pass protection, that the Browns didn't try at least once or twice to go downfield. They didn't give the ball to Quinshawn much. They go, oh, well, they stopped him, then we got behind, then we couldn't do it. But, here's a couple things. And, oh, man. So Dillon Gabriel threw 52 passes. He went back to pass 58 times. He was sacked 6 times, 16 hits. He got hammered 16 times. Not a big guy. Stayed tough. 6 sacks. So 6 sacks. So 58 times he went back to pass. He threw 52. He got sacked 6 times. What else we got here? Oh, my God. Well, they would have still had a chance if there wasn't that ridiculous oh, we got to run into the kicker, and in the NFL, it's only a 5-yard penalty, but it's an automatic first down. So, by the way, our defense, the Browns defense, did not record a sack in the game. But, you know, Quinshon Judkins has had 2-3 really good games. So they only give him the ball 12 times. He gains 36 yards. Yeah, it's only 3 yards a carry. But it was early in the game, and then they quit. And the answer was, well, we got behind, so we couldn't run the ball with Q. Matter of fact, they only ran the ball 17 times for 65 yards. And I guess Kevin Stefanski forgot that Quinshon Judkins could actually also catch the ball out of the backfield. So if you're not going to throw it downfield, maybe you want to open it up side to side, little screen pass, little wheel route, little whatever. Just dump the ball off to Q. I mean, he had they threw him the ball 0 times, 0. And they had thrown him the ball previous 9 times, and he gained 62 yards. Right? For, I forgot how much, I don't know, 9 into 62, 9 into 65, 9 times 6, yeah. So 9 times 7, 63. So yeah, he was averaging about 7 yards a pass reception, okay? So, come on, man. Tony Rizzo, he's like, I don't try and get guys fired, but, oh man, I want to look this up here. Let's see. But, you know, Kevin Stefanski, first of all, why is he still calling plays? I get it. They fired Ken Dorsey last year, but get somebody in there. You can't be the CEO of the team and still call plays. Let me see if I can find this here. Hold on. There we go. Oh, that's him explaining. Where's this? Come on, dude. I know I sent it to myself this morning. Nope. Here we go. So, Kevin Stefanski. All right, let's have the discussion. Should we fire him? Shouldn't we fire him? All right? Not we. What's his name? The head honcho, Jimmy Haslam, right? I don't know if Jimmy's focused on the new stadium or what, but Kevin Stefanski, let's give him a little credit. He was the NFL Coach of the Year twice in his almost 6 years with the Browns, right? But let's go down the list. Okay, in 2020, his first year, he's 11-5, got Coach of the Year. They win a game. They won one in the playoffs. They lost to the Chiefs in the divisional game. But they didn't finish first in the division at 11-5, which is pretty good, but they were still third in the division. They've never won the division, okay? So they're 11-5 in 2020. 2021, they're 8-9. 22, 7-10. So they win. They got a winning record 1 year. They got a losing record 2 years in a row, okay? 2023, they go 11-6. They finish second in the AFC North, and they lose to the Houston Texans in the wild card game. Okay, that's the last time the Browns had a winning record, 2023. So 2024, last year they were 3-14, and so far this year they're 1-5. So forget the Texans game. Let's just take last year and this year. They're 4-19. Would you still have your job if you did it correctly 4 out of 19 times? I mean, think about it. Damn. Kevin, and now we're playing the hapless Dolphins this week, of which I will be at the game, as I alluded to earlier. And with my buddy Billy Bad. But Now there's a chance of rain. Could it get anywhere? The Browns are actually favored in this game. Can we win the damn game? Can we? The most exciting thing in the game may be the celebrity guitar smasher. I haven't seen who that is yet. But for those of you that don't know, before every Browns home game, they designate a celebrity guitar smasher because of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and they smash the guitar. It's supposed to get everybody fired up. You know what would get everybody fired up at the Browns? A win! A win! Oh, man, everybody's frustrated. I don't even know how many people are going to be there. I know my tickets were cheap. Our tickets were cheap, and we bought them probably a month and a half, 2 months ago. Should I tell you how much they were? Okay. They were $90. $90, and that include lower part. What are we doing here? What are we doing here, folks? $90, including fees, and that is the lower part of the upper deck around the 25-yard line on the aisle. On the aisle. $90, including fees. People thought that game was going to suck from the very beginning, but you know what? That's okay. We're going to have a good time in spite of the Brownies. If they win, we'll have a good time with the Brownies, right? All right, let's talk about some stuff. I don't know if we'll get to many games because I'm just too busy talking, but let's take a look. I always talk about Ohio State wide receivers. What they did during the week. Terry McLaurin still not healthy, did not play. Chris Olave, 6 catches, 98 yards, no touchdowns, 53-yard was the long. Marvin Harrison Jr., 2 catches, 32 yards, no touchdowns. The longest was 20, and he got a concussion during the game, so did not play the whole game. Emeka Egbuka, 2 catches, 24 yards, no touchdowns, 17 was the longest, but he pulled a hammy after a great beginning to the season. He's got a hammy. Don't know how long that'll keep him out. Garrett Wilson, 3 catches, 13 yards, no touchdowns, the longest was 7. Sustained a knee injury, not season-ending, but a couple weeks out. And the star of the week for the Buckeye wide receiver alum, Jackson Smith-Njigba, 8 catches, 162 yards, 1 touchdown with a long of 61 yards, and that one went for a touchdown. So, Justin Fields, maybe we just talk about the Jets and the Broncos. That game just sucked. They were over there in, were they in Tottenham? They were. They were still at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in England. This week coming up, it's going to be at Wembley. The Jets just sucked, okay? And the Broncos didn't do a lot better. Broncos win the game 13-10. Justin Fields, 9 for 17, 45 yards. When's the last time a quarterback in the NFL threw for 45 yards? Of course, you can't throw from your back. 9 sacks, 9. You count them. 9 sacks, 55 yards with a QBR quarterback rating of 9. Not 90. 9. And he did run the ball 7 times for 31 yards. Woo! Yeehaw. So let's talk about as of end of this past week, there's 4 teams left with only 1 loss: the Philadelphia Eagles, the Buffalo Bills, the Detroit Lions, and the Los Angeles Rams. Conversely, there are 5 teams with only 5 teams with 1 win, 1 team with 0. The stinking Ravens, the Saints, the Browns, the Dolphins, the Titans all have 1 win. They're all 1-5. The New York Football Jets are 0-6. Woo, isn't that lovely? There's a lot of injuries. I don't know if we'll get to the injuries here. We saw the Bills get thumped by the Falcons last night. they didn't look good at all. And Bijan Robinson for the Falcons looked good. And then the Commanders, like, what are you doing here? Late in the game, I know it's 3rd and 1, but Jaden Daniels can run the ball. You're handing it off, you fumble it away. The Bears get in position. They kick a field goal. I think, was that Jake Moody, the former San Francisco 49er? How do I want to say it? The former Wolverine, Jake Moody, kicked the field goal to win the game. Bears win 25-24. Let's see. And then we got the Dolphins, who the Brownies play this week. They were in a position to maybe win, but no, they wanted to stay with one win, stayed at 1-5. Long pass, Justin Herbert to Ladd McConkey, 42 yards, put him in position, kick a field goal. Cameron Dicker kicked a field goal with just sealing the win, 29-27. How about the Panthers? The Panthers were the Panthers 0-3? They at least had 2 losses. And they come back, they're 3-3. They down the Cowboys. Cowboys are now 2-3. I'm sure Jerry Jones is happy with that. Bryce Young had a nice game, 17-25, 199 yards, 3 touchdowns. And then Rico Dowdell, former Cowboy, said he was going to get even with him. It was 5 years with the Cowboys. Ran for 183 yards, 4 passes, 56 yards. And then in 2 weeks, this dude, Dowdell, 473 yards total offense. Pretty good stuff. The Rams beat the stinking Ravens 17-3. By the way, the Ravens' 3 points came in the first quarter, so Rams shut them out for 3 quarters. That's in spite of their lousy play early in the game. Penalties, lousy kicking. They committed a turnover, and even Puka Nacua is hurt. I think he's going to miss a few weeks. So, and how about that game Thursday night? The Giants 34-17 over the Eagles. Cam Scatterboot, you got to love this guy, right? You see him running around, pile driving guys, pancaking guys, running over guys, shirt off, flexing, 3 touchdowns. Jackson Dart had a nice game. And now the Giants have won 2 or 3 with Jackson Dart as their starting quarterback. So, what else we got here? We got anything else? Well, we got injuries. Let's see if we can pull up injuries here. Let's see. We'll finish it off. We're at 18 minutes. We'll finish it off with some injuries. If I got injury report. Let's see. I told you about Emeka Egbuka. I told you about, did I tell you Marvin Harrison? I did. I don't know. I might have missed MHJ in the Buckeye report. Marvin Harrison Jr. left in the second quarter with a concussion. He had 2 catches, 24 yards is what that was. Garrett Wilson's going to miss a couple weeks. I didn't tell you that. Knee injury, hyperextension. George Kittle, he was injured. Cowboys had some injuries. How about this one? How crazy is this? Anthony Richardson, the Colts quarterback, in pregame in the locker room. This is just wild. Pregame in the locker room, he's doing some exercises with, the exercise bands, resistance bands, stretching. He's got one of the bands around a pole, and he's stretching. The band breaks and snaps back and hits him in the face, breaks his orbital bone, like right here, your orbital bone, breaks it. He's got to go to the hospital. He's going to be, out for a while. That's a serious injury. I mean, if he comes back, he'd have to wear one of those masks, right? So, but Daniel Jones has been the starter. They go on to win. The Bengals, they're bad too. Although I gotta say, Joe Flacco, I'll give him some credit. He threw a couple touchdown passes. One was a beautiful pass late in the game. Defense didn't show up for the Bengals, but Joe Flacco, beautiful pass, end of the game. Threw the ball to the front corner of the end zone. Jamar Chase, the ball was, he turns around, the ball's right there, right in his hands, and that kept him in the game. But Trey Hendrickson, their best rush defensive lineman, at least back injury day to day, and the MRI was positive in a good way. So hopefully he'll be back for the Bengals. Now, their tight end, Mike Gesicki, he's going to be out for a while, according to Zach Taylor, with a pec injury. I told you about Emeka Egbuka with the hamstring injury for the Buccaneers. Bucky Irving got a foot and a shoulder injury. Chris Godwin, a fibula, probably not going to play Monday night against the Lions. They're hopeful that Mike Evans will be back after he's been nursing a hammy. And they got some other issues too. So I told you Puka Nacua is about to miss some time. Fred Warner, linebacker for the 49ers, done for the year. And let's see if we got anything else. That's about it. You know, is that enough? Is that enough for not saying a damn thing? Well, as I told you before, I'm on the road. Stay tuned. Me and my buddy Billy Bad will do some videos, and we'll be oot and a boot, out and about. Till I see you again, America, land of the free, because of the brave. Stay focused, America. Billy Bob, peace out.